Welcome to Change Your Story, the podcast that helps women build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life from the inside out. I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition educator, and mindset mentor, and I am here to help you feel strong, confident, and free in your body. Not by starving, shrinking, or punishing yourself, but by training with a purpose, eating with a purpose, and having faith through the process so you can change the way you see yourself forever. Inside this podcast, we break free from diet culture, perfectionism, and all the stories that have held you back. We rewrite the new ones rooted in truth, strength, and self-love. You will hear real talk, faith-fueled encouragement, proven fitness and nutrition strategies, and the mindset tools you need to stay consistent, stay focused, and believe in yourself again. If you are ready to stop starting over, build a life you love, and finally change your story, you are in the right place. Let's build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Let's rewrite your story. What is up, my girlies? Welcome back to the Change Your Story podcast. Today, we are talking about a topic that I think so many women really struggle with, and it's why do I always sabotage myself? Well, today, you guys, we are going to be going over the truth about self-sabotage, what it is. And I can tell you this is something that I have struggled with. And as I have got more educated and as I have learned more and really healed my relationship with food and my body, and really understanding things, right? I think when we feel stuck, it just comes from ignorance, a lack of awareness of what is keeping us stuck, lack of awareness is what the issue is. But when we understand, it brings awareness. And when we have awareness, we can make those changes. And so that's why I'm excited about today's topic, you guys, which is self-sabotage. So if this resonates with you, if this hits home for you, please share it with somebody that you know would help as well. Make sure you tag me on social media to let me know that you love these podcasts. If there are episodes that you love, make sure that you rate them, leave me a review, because this helps me know the episodes that you really truly love and they bring value to your life and they really help you with your relationship with yourself and your body and your life. Well, friends, let's get into it today. So, do you ever feel like every time you get momentum, you end up sabotaging yourself? Like you start strong, you are motivated, you are consistent, and then suddenly you are doing the opposite of what you said you wanted to do. And then the shame spiral starts. Why am I like this? I must be lazy. I'll never change. Does this sound familiar? I know I have been there many places, been to that place many times. For years, I struggled. It felt like I was stuck in this mental prison, this freaking fun house that I would never get out of, with a laughing clown over every corner and a distorted mirror over every avenue I took. When I thought I was going to get out of it, boom, it would be like this ugly clown jumped up and scared the shit out of me. And that's what self-sabotage can feel like. It feels like, yes, you're getting things under control. You have so much motivation. You have all these goals. You have all these plans. You're so motivated. And then it's like 2 days in, a week in, and you just sabotage yourself. And you just start feeling like, I'm never going to reach my goal. Like I'm always going to be this way, or my metabolism is always going to be slow, or I'll never have those abs, or I'll never have that energy. And you start getting into this negative mindset spiral. So it starts shame, then it starts a negative spiral, and then you just fall off your whole plan altogether. Here's the truth. Self-sabotage, ladies, isn't proof that you're broken or you're lazy or something's wrong with you. It's actually a signal from your body and your mind that something is out of alignment. And once you understand that, you can stop blaming yourself and start working on your body instead of against it. You know, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-sabotage, thinking, I'm lazy. I don't have willpower. Something is wrong with me. I'll never get over this. I get the frustration. And that only feeds more negativity. That feels defeating. It is defeating because it makes self-sabotage sound like a permanent character flaw. Are you with me? Are you tracking with me here? Here's the thing. We have been taught to believe that self-sabotage is a character issue. Like we are weak and unmotivated or broken. But that's not what is happening. That's not what's really happening. Let's talk about the truth around self-sabotage. And it's this. It's that self-sabotage, it's not a character issue. It's a capacity issue. Character equals who you are. Whereas capacity is what your body and mind can currently handle. All right? There's only so much at the place that you're at that your body and mind can currently handle. But like a muscle, this can increase. Your capacity to handle things can increase once you understand it's a capacity issue and not a character issue, not a character flaw. When your capacity is low, ladies, underfed, overslept, overstressed, your nervous system doesn't feel safe to sustain the change that you're trying to make. It will always default to survival behaviors. So this is things like cravings, numbing, skipping workouts, procrastinating. So I love this. I love analogies, okay? So it's kind of like this. It's like your phone on low battery mode. You don't get all the functions, but not because the phone is broken, but because it just needs to be recharged. Or it's kind of like this, like driving with no gas. You are not a bad driver. The tank is just empty. So when you sabotage, it's not your character failing, it's your capacity maxing out. Your system is protecting you. The answer isn't shame, it is support. Now that you understand what it is, why is it happening? Why is it happening? A lot of time, if we don't know why it's happening, we can't change it. If we don't know what we're doing wrong, how do we change something? Right? So I'm going to kind of go over some, maybe one of these will resonate with you. A lot of the time it happens from an all or nothing mindset. You're going too hard, too fast for too long. Your expectations are unrealistic for your capacity. Like I said, capacity is like a muscle, but in the beginning, when we haven't created certain lifestyle habits, and we expect everything to change at once, we don't have the capacity to manage it long term. And this is one of the reasons why we end up self-sabotaging. Another reason is diet culture. So chronic restriction leads to rebounding. When we don't have a strategic plan to our fat loss goal, when our goal is like this mindset of any means possible to get that scale to go down. We're not thinking about the habits that are getting it to go down. And we're also not thinking about, how we're going to sustain that after. We have a narrow mindset and we're just solely focused on scale weight. So we'll do anything necessary, extreme restriction, over exercising to get that weight to go down. And this only lasts for so long. Another one too, overtraining, undersleeping, our nervous system slams on the brakes. So a lot of the time, us women will overtrain. We're not sleeping properly because maybe we have young kids, so the evening is our only time. So we're not prioritizing our sleep, but then it is affecting our day-to-day life. So if we're not sleeping properly, that means we're not recovering properly. That means our mood isn't balanced properly. I'm sure you know the signs of not getting proper sleep. And when we don't get proper sleep, it throws our whole nervous system out of whack. Another one, emotional overload. And this really looks like numbing with food, alcohol, scrolling, social media, isolation. So when we're emotionally overloaded, it means we're not finding healthy ways to deal with stress or to deal with emotions that we're feeling. Right? And so self-sabotage is the body's way of saying to us, this pace isn't sustainable. Something needs to change. Have you ever felt like you were going 1,000 miles an hour and you keep saying, I'm too busy, I'm too busy, I'm too busy, I'm too busy, I'm too busy to meditate, I'm too busy to start a morning routine, or I'm too busy to meal prep and eat the food, or I'm too busy to get proper sleep, or there's this too busy, and you don't even have time to think. The body is going to respond in a way that's going to make you have time to think by shutting down or finding a way to numb out. And so, again, that's kind of what happens when self-sabotage kicks in. Now, what this looks like, ladies, is it looks like we start skipping our workouts after a perfect week. It looks like binging after being super strict with food all day or maybe all week. We say screw it on the weekends after trying to white knuckle it all week and trying to eat like a bird all week. This can look like a daily thing too. Trying to minimize your calories all day only to find yourself in the pantry at night. When you find yourself, oh, I can't eat that bread or I can't have that rice, when we start labeling food as good and bad, but then we're in the pantry eating the kids' cookies and eating the chips, even though if we would have ate the other things during the day, we probably wouldn't, and we would have enjoyed the piece of bread and we would have enjoyed the rice with our food, and we wouldn't have been in the pantry later at night. It's so weird how this can work in the brain. But again, this comes from self-relationship, self-healing, and healing your relationship with food. It looks like shutting down and avoiding commitments because you're just so burnt out. It means numbing out on social media. It means, getting into the wine every single night, or, just binging on Netflix, or doing all above, binging on Netflix at the same time of scrolling on social media, eating your ice cream and drinking your wine. It could look like all of that, and then saying screw it to the workouts. So, if you've ever said, I was doing so good and then blew it, that's sabotage showing up. But it's not proof of your weakness, ladies, okay? It's proof that your system was overloaded and it needed a release valve. So every time you find yourself in the pantry, every time you find yourself wanting to go to the wine, every time you find yourself skipping your workout, but then you're spending 2 hours scrolling on social media, ask yourself, what do I need a release from? Why am I needing this release? What have I not checked in with myself about today? Sometimes the workout is the release, right? Sometimes doing the workout is the release, and then you feel better. Sometimes I should say all the time, meditating or spending time in the morning, not looking at your phone, doing something that gives your mind a reset, a refresh. All right. Instead of, ladies, always saying things like, I always sabotage myself, or I'm the worst sabotager. We have to be very careful of the words that we're speaking over ourselves. We have to reframe this. So a great way to reframe self-sabotage is just say, my body and mind are signaling me that something is off. Okay? So examples, cravings. You are underfueled. You are not weak. So this could just be when you're getting cravings really bad. Have you been eating enough throughout the day? Right? If you haven't, ding, 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 there you go. It could be that you're eating, but you're not eating enough of the right things, enough protein. Maybe it's too that you're not drinking enough water. Another one, if you start skipping your workouts, you just might need a recovery day. Not more discipline. Maybe you're overtraining. Maybe you're not enjoying your workouts. Maybe it's not aligning with your goal. So start, being able to ask yourself questions. Maybe the schedule is not realistic for you at this time in your life, so you're finding you're missing your workouts. Maybe you should, shorten how many workouts you train a week. Instead of working out 5 days, try just with 3 days a week and then build momentum there. Remember your capacity. You may not have capacity for 5 workouts a week. You may only have capacity for 3, and you're trying to stretch your capacity that you don't have right now, and then your body wants to go to something to numb, release, and to just relax out of whatever it's feeling overwhelmed with. Another one too, falling off on weekends. It just might mean that your plan during the week may be too rigid. You are not supposed to feel hopeless on the weekends. I know a lot of women struggle with this. It's like you do good all week, but you don't plan for the weekends. There should be no weekends. It should just plan 7 days a week. And there should be some sort of balance in there, right? We have to realize that every day should kind of be the same in the sense of our habits, in the sense of the systems that we set up for our health. Remember that sabotage is not failure. It's feedback. And when you see it as feedback, you can realign instead of, ladies, spiral out of control. So what can we do instead when Sabotage Sue wants to come and mess things up? We know that she is not against us. She is like our guide, like our counselor. So instead of seeing it as something, as a bad thing, see it as something, as like someone that is your biggest supporter, your biggest cheerleader, going, hey, something's going on. You need to slow down, take a beat, take a minute. So how to deal with this, I'll give you guys some tips. And now remember, we go more into this inside the Fit Club app, inside our Fit Club Nutrition School, where we go into this, and I go into this in more detail. So if you're kind of wanting some full-on step-by-step how to implement this, if you're a member of the Fit Club, you have access. If you're not, there will be links below this podcast. So let's go over some tips that you can do. Start smaller and sustainable. Like I said, you may not have the capacity to do 5 days a week. Start with 3. Right? You may not have the capacity to get 9 hours sleep, then start by just going to bed an extra 15 minutes early, right? Or maybe getting up an extra 15 minutes early so that you can work on your mindset. So anchoring those habits that keep your nervous system calm, that set your mind for the day. So things like that is like your morning routine. I find this is such an amazing time, ladies. If you can get up before your kids, or if your kids are grown, just set that at least 15 minutes. Have your coffee, have your tea, quiet time, journal. In the Fit Club app, we have we have journals in there. We have journal prompts, affirmations. Just that alone, setting your day, doing a brain dump of everything that you're thinking about, everything you have to get done, and then some gratitude. This will literally set the tone for your day. Another thing that really helps calm your nervous system is walking. Walking is another form of meditation. Getting outside in the fresh air and just going for a walk. Leave your phone behind. Just smell the fresh air. Let your thoughts wander and just enjoy, even if it's 5 minutes. Another amazing thing that has been life-changing for me, and I'd love to do another podcast just on this alone, is breath work. Breath work is so powerful. It can energize you. It resets your nervous system. The next one is sleep. Like I said, sleep is where everything resets, restores, and recovers. All right. I said journaling. Journaling is powerful too. It's how we get what's in our head and in our heart onto paper. Another thing would be therapy. Therapy is amazing, having someone to speak to that can give you tips and tools, and just having someone that you can literally dump anything on, and you don't have to be worried about hurting someone's feelings, because they are there just to listen. And that has been so helpful. I actually started therapy, and I've just found it, I literally look forward to it. It's like an emotional dump that I can release from my heart and my mind, and I feel so much clearer after. All right. Another one is make your workouts enjoyable instead of punishment. Like I said, you can shorten your workouts. You don't have to do 5 days a week, where you actually look forward to going to them. Figure out what your goal is and make sure your workouts align with that. Fuel your body, don't starve it. So that's another thing. Like, make sure that you're eating enough for your energy, for your activity level, for your health. There's a certain amount of nutrients that you need. And in the Fit Club Nutrition School, we go over that, so you'll know exactly what you need, so that you don't have those crazy cravings that you feel like are sabotaging you. They're really not. It's just your body's needing food. Another one, that's my last one, sorry. Fuel your body, don't starve it. And so when we come to a place where we try to deprive ourselves of something that it actually needs, it's going to show up in other areas. And it's like walking into the grocery store hungry. How many of you have heard me say, do not go grocery shopping hungry, because you won't stick to the list? Your taste buds will be going crazy. Well, here's the thing that I want to, it's kind of like I'm going to lose my train of thought of what I'm trying to say. It's almost like a parallel, it's like a parallel universe to one another. So it's like when you're starved for quietness, for peace, for movement, for breath work, your body needs all those, for time to just reset and recharge. It's going to try to fill that up with something else that is going to fill you, that is going to deplete you emotionally, that is going to create shame and anxiety. So that's, again, it's kind of like when you walk into a grocery store hungry, you're going to feed yourself with things that don't nourish you. When your soul, when your mind, is feeling depleted, like it just needs a reset, it's going to go to those things to numb you, whether it's alcohol, whether it's binging Netflix, whether it's, scrolling on social media, and you don't feel better from these. They numb you for a bit and then they make you feel worse. So else I wanted to add here too, ladies, is, a lot of the time we turn to these things. I want to talk to my entrepreneur girls here for a second. Ones that are going, balls to the wall. You're trying to build your business and you say you're too busy to do the things that keep your body healthy and alive. Well, let me tell you, guess what? If you don't make time for that, your body again goes to those things that are unhealthy habits, from lack of sleep, from drinking wine to deal with the stress that you're feeling, to overeating on things that don't nourish your body or make you feel good, to numbing out on Netflix, to scrolling on social media and comparing it, puts you in a bad mental health state, increases your anxiety levels, which isn't going to help you build your business. So I just want to say that, as well as that, a lot of the time we feel like we're self-sabotaging because we're not doing the things that we need to do, the things that give us life, because we think that we don't have time. But here's the thing, we need to make time for those things, because those things will create more time, more energy for the things that we are trying to build in our careers and in our life. So ladies, it's important to understand that you don't overcome sabotage by shaming yourself into more discipline. You overcome it by supporting your capacity so that you have the energy, stability, and mindset to keep going, like what I just said. Inside the Fit Club Nutrition School, you guys, I go deeper into this. I have kind of talked about this throughout the whole podcast. I'm going to be teaching you how to read your body signals, balance your food and training, and finally break the cycle for good. So if you're listening to this and you have been calling yourself a self-sabotager, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You are not lazy, and you are not weak. You've been running on empty, and your system is asking you for support. When you listen to that, everything will change. Well, my girlfriends, if this landed for you, share it with a friend who has been stuck in a self-sabotage cycle. And if you are ready to go deeper, come and join us inside the Fit Club Nutrition School, where we'll walk you step by step through this process so you can finally feel confident and free in your body. I thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. I thank you so much for being here. I want you to know how important your subscriptions are to this podcast, your ratings. When you go and leave me a rating on this podcast, it helps me be found. It's a way to support this podcast and let me know you love it, and helps other people just like you find it. When you share it on social media, again, it helps me be found. So thank you for all of those that have left me reviews and rated the podcast and share and tag me on social media. You make my heart so full and feel so grateful, because I know that I'm making an impact in your life, and that is the best feeling in the whole world. Well, I love you all. Bye for now. Until next time.